Miguel, thanks for taking the time to meet with me.
Yes, sir. Glad to be here.
Again, bienvenidos a la mesa. Welcome to the table. Hey, Miguel, you are of Dominican descent.
Yes, sir.
Both of your biological parents are Dominican.
Yes, sir.
However, you were born in America, but you've always been taught about your Dominican heritage or your lineage.
Mm-hmm.
You've had a great relationship, as I understand, a great relationship with your grandparents.
Yes, sir.
And your mother's siblings. And you've been to the Dominican Republic many times over your younger years, but it's been a few years since you were here last. Tell me, as a Dominican returning to, for lack of a better way to say it, the motherland or the homeland, how do you feel, or how did you feel when you hit Dominican soil?
I would say it's a little bit different because when I was used to be here in the Dominican Republic, I used to come visit. We would do a lot less tourist things, so we would see the more natural for what it is. Now we did go on an excursion, which we were able to go to the countryside and be able to see a little bit how the people in the country lived a little bit. So that kind of felt a little bit homey to me. I would say when you're younger, you don't understand what's in front of you, and when you're older, you look at life through a different lens. Maybe year by year it changes, but you definitely find more appreciation when you appreciate what you have because of especially others not having anything like you have, such as common electricity or running water or a gas station for something as little as that to us. But I would say that it is humbling at the same time because I realized that my family were lucky enough to make it out and to make a more successful life for themselves. And I'm not saying that everyone in the Dominican Republic can't, but looking at things from a positive side, it's very, I would say, comforting at the same time to see people be happy for even if they don't have anything.
Okay, so both of your parents found their way somehow, some way to the Northeast United States, New York, New Jersey, those parts. What would you say to those Dominicans who may not have been as fortunate as you to have been able to return to the Dominican Republic? Or what would you recommend they do if they get an opportunity to come?
You got to give back, man. You got to. It's really hard to come here and even conversate with people without even feeling any single type of empathy. Hearing stories of how my family were growing up, and then visually seeing the faces of the people which I'm seeing change because then I'm seeing my mom when she was little or my uncle when he was little. I would say that for us, even if it's still something as $1 to them is a huge deal. We were running around right now with bags of candy to try to give it out to little kids. With COVID, it's a little bit harder right now to be able to. There's a curfew that ends at 2. But even little things like that, what's so simple to us will definitely make their day. So you have to get back where you're coming from in order to be able to prosper more.
Okay, very good. And if you had an opportunity to move to the Dominican Republic, not suggesting that you should or will, but if you had an opportunity to move to the Dominican Republic, what would you do?
That's a good question. If I had to move to the Dominican Republic, I would have to have my own self-sufficient business, first in standpoint. My table will have to be bought and built before I even make a decision to move over here because things are a lot more different over here than they are in America. And I feel like opportunities and growth are a lot more probable for me in America. But once I'm able to move to Dominican Republic, I think I would have to have a good mindset. So I would need to be able to afford my own time, which is something that I don't think I can afford right now. But I would be able to more relax, I would say, if I came here. It would be for more relaxation. So later on in life, I would say.
Okay, in full transparency, I've known you for over a decade, and I've had a chance to know your family. And I can remember the first time I met you and your family at a baseball park. And I fully understood how important baseball was to your heritage, to your culture. And I can honestly remember the first time you actually got the last out of a game. And the look on your face, and I remember the look on your grandparents' face. What would you say to a Dominican kid today, let's say 8, 9 years old, who may not have seen the world that you've seen?
I would say is that don't view your life as a meal ticket, which is very easy. I would relate Dominicans to people who live in South Florida, Broward County, in the sense of how they use football as a sense of escaping for whatever ruckus they have around them. You know, I would say there's a lot more probability and also a lot of different opportunities that you'll be able to have. Not throughout, there's just being able to throw a ball 92 miles per hour or hit it 410 feet, whatever it is. I think that your limitations are only yourself, and you should be able to be curious and find ambition to look elsewhere other than just what's in front of you.
Very, very, very nice. And so if your mother was here right now, what would you say to your mom
About what?
about this experience in the Dominican Republic?
Very grateful to come, especially right before semester starts. Very, very grateful to come. And also, I would say it's an ordinary experience to understand that our family, for me, I would say my family's successful. Even if in the common day American people, just because we don't have the Porsche or whatever, but, you know, really started from the bottom, now you're here, you know? So it's like the average Dominican nowadays makes $350 US basically per person, and that's something I make in 3 days. So it's like
Per month.
per month. I'm sorry, and I'm very grateful that our family's been able to have that as I would say, first generation Dominican American.
And it's very, very likely that your uncles, your aunts, and your grandparents are going to see this video. This is your opportunity if you want to say anything at all to them.
You guys are great. You guys are the hardest working people in the world. And there's no limitations to what you guys brought. You know, you guys always found a way, and no matter how low it may seem on the outside, the joy and happiness always comes from the inside. And that's something that I appreciate. I was taught. So even though I was given a lot, I was always able to appreciate my inside. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to live and grow up in America. Honestly, it's a true blessing to even be able to be born in America and have citizenship. So it's a big thing. So I really do appreciate you guys for working as hard as you guys have worked and being able to keep culture within us at the same time. So, thank you.
Very good. Miguel, as always, I thank you for your time. I thank you for your perspective on life.
Thank you.
By the damn tail.
By the damn table.